Republicans are coming for your Medicare and Social Security. On Tuesday, the House Doge caucus met for the first time, which is a new congressional group based on the little dog that has been formed to support Elon Musk's advisory commission on cutting spending. So, here we have somebody from South Africa, born into a family that owned an emerald mine, telling Americans, hey, you're going to have to forego your medical benefits and your Social Security retirement benefits, disability benefits, because this guy said so. Oh, okay, great. Now, outside the conference room, Social Security Works Executive Director Alex Lawson decided to show up and ask Republicans whether or not they would uphold a promise, a campaign pledge made by President-elect Donald Trump, stating that he would protect Social Security and Medicare from any budget cuts. So, it's something Donald Trump promised. Oh, we're not going to touch Social Security. We're not going to touch your Medicare. Everything's going to be fine. Don't worry about it. It'll be great. It'll be tremendous. In fact, Social Security will be even stronger somehow. Now, that said, the answers that Lawson received from Republicans were not encouraging. In fact, one lawmaker Representative Greg Lopez told Lawson that, quote, when we look to reduce our national debt, I think these should be on the table. Why? Why would Social Security be on the table? Okay. It doesn't add a penny to the deficit or the debt. It is actually fully funded through payroll taxes. So, why would that be on the table? I'm just saying. As far as Medicare is concerned, that's also funded through Medicare taxes. But hey, it does cost some money. In fact, part of its big cost actually has a lot to do with the privatization efforts, Medicare Advantage plans. Nonetheless, those are benefits people need. Those are benefits people have been promised and have paid into for their entire working life. You can't touch it. You can't touch it. Now, that said, Lopez says, I am a strong advocate of discussing this and reevaluating them, meaning cuts, of course. And I do believe at the end of the day, there will be some cuts. There will be some cuts. And there it is. Medicare, the Republicans openly coming for your Medicare and Social Security. There's more, by the way. It's not just one lawmaker. Pete Sessions, co-chair of the Doge caucus. But wait, when he was asked, he refused to answer. Oh, okay, here we go. This is whether or not he would commit to protecting Social Security and Medicare. In fact, Lawson reported or told reporters that most of the responses have been what I would say are no comment. Not no, just I refuse to answer. I refuse to answer. Really? Now, he says that's the safest position for a member of Congress, to have no position that they have to defend in front of their constituents. That's bad. Okay. Again, Social Security and Medicare are incredibly popular policies supported by the majority of Americans. And if you cannot say, yes, I stand with Donald Trump, President Trump, in his promise to defend Medicare and Social Security, that means you're going to cut it. It means they're going to vote to cut it. But they can't say anything because we don't want you to know that we're going to cut it. In fact, Lawson said if they had their way, they'll close every door and make all the decisions out of the light and watch of their constituents. Yeah. Now, that said, he was asking different lawmakers what their answer to this question would be. And so, naturally, Marjorie Taylor Greene was asked, and her answer, well, she didn't really have a no answer in the traditional sense. In fact, her answer was unhinged.
No, we're bipartisan.
Trump. No, you're not. We looked you up.
Yeah.
You are 100% funded by Democrats. You donate to Democrats. You're out here asking bullshit questions.
What is the bullshit question?
All of your questions.
This is a mailing. This is a mailing from
the American.
This is Donald Trump.
Trump. We all campaigned on protecting seniors' Social Security. You can't lie about it. See, yeah, this is your political agenda. You know what? We don't care.
That's Donald Trump. That's Donald Trump's mailing.
No, you are. You're not media.
That's Donald Trump's mailing.
Right here is for Democrat ads to attack Republicans.
So it's really simple. It's really simple.
No, it's
Will
not
you
simple.
pledge
No, you're a
to
liar.
take Social Security and Medicare cuts off the table?
You and this guy right here, look, you're lying.
What am I lying about?
Because
I'm asking you to take a pledge.
I don't need to take a pledge because we've already done that all year long. And guess what? The sad story for you is the American people elected Trump, his agenda, and Republicans to lead the country because you guys suck so bad.
So I'm just wondering if you want to take a pledge to not cut Social Security and Medicare.
I am literally holding Donald Trump's exact words in my hand. Do you agree with him or not? This is a Democrat plot. You suck. What? Okay. I mean, what do you expect from Marjorie Greene? All she could have done is just say, yeah, of course, I stand with Donald Trump. And I stand with Donald Trump in saying that we are not going to touch your Social Security and Medicare benefits. And then she could walk away. I mean, try to use that in an ad, right? You really can't. But like this, her unhinged response, add gold. Okay. But again, here's the thing, though. All they would have to do really for an ad is just to put all the statements that that Republicans have said about cutting Social Security and Medicare. That's all Democrats would ever have to do, okay? Because there are so many of them. And by the way, Democrats are not completely innocent of this as well. There are Democrats who have offered to put Social Security benefits on the table. Remember, back in 2014, yes, the fiscal cliff negotiations, where the Obama-Biden administration said that they would be willing to do something called chained CPI benefits, which would effectively be a cut in benefits. Okay. Now, that said, Republicans at the time rejected it. Oh, wow, they're defending Social Security and Medicare. No, turns out it was rejected because the cuts weren't steep enough. They wanted more cuts. They got greedy. And so, yes, you have politicians out there, both sides of the aisle, that have put Medicare and Social Security cuts on the table. Even though, once again, Social Security does not add a penny to the debt or the deficit. That said, Republicans have been targeting Social Security and Medicare since pretty much its inception. And so they've been coming after it, chipping away, trying to, reverse this very effective New Deal program that has kept so many seniors out of poverty. They've gone after it, and they just don't want you to know it. Okay, that's the issue here. In fact, look, the Republican Study Committee has actually had a very long history of proposing cuts to this program. And yet Republicans still have to pretend that they're protecting these programs because they're very popular among the voters. Okay, not so popular among their donors, which is why they keep trying to privatize it. Again, they're lying when they say that they have to cut Social Security to reduce debt and deficits. The program doesn't rely on any borrowed money. You're not taking out debt to finance Social Security. That's not what happens. No, but as I mentioned, the donor class wants to privatize this program so that they can monetize it for themselves. And that's it. To get into the trust fund and use it for whatever they want. Probably, very likely, Wall Street investments, right? You might think that sounds fine. Yeah, okay. If they invest it and they do well, that means we get more money in our retirement, right? No, you won't see any additional benefit. And if they lose it, there goes your retirement. Oops. Oh, is it? Oh, did I just accidentally blow away your retirement with our investments? Oops.
Bing, 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 boom. It's gone.
Sorry, but not sorry. But for a while, I was actually making good returns on investment. But you're screwed. Sorry. What they do is they privatize the gains and socialize the losses. That's what Wall Street wants to do with your retirement. And look, they've already done some of that with Medicare Advantage plans, right? I mean, Medicare Advantage is a private plan that uses mostly United Healthcare Group. Yeah. And United Healthcare Group has been sued for using a faulty AI model that denied 90% of claims. Yeah. They say it's a faulty model because most of those claims, the vast majority of those claims, were for legitimate medical care. But nonetheless, denied 90% of claims. And they made lots and lots of money off of it. That's what they want to do to the entirety of Medicare. Okay. Not just, push certain people off it, but just to completely privatize it 100%. Right now, you can stay on traditional Medicare, which is better. Okay, because it'll actually be there when you need to use it. They want to just completely get rid of it, privatize it, and turn it over for their personal gain and not yours. Okay, and look, here's the thing: under Medicare Advantage, Medicare actually spends more money now per patient for these Medicare Advantage plans. So part of that spending, again, a lot of it goes to administrative costs. Traditional Medicare has far lower administrative costs because it's simpler, okay? And it doesn't have that for-profit model. It doesn't have all that bloat that comes along with turning it into a for-profit model. But you see what Republicans are doing. They take this additional cost, right, from these Medicare Advantage plans, and then they're like, look at how inefficient Medicare is. Oh, look at all the money that they're spending, even though a lot of that extra spending comes from this bloat from the private plans. But their solution is, well, you got to privatize it completely or cut it. And we got to do something. The ultimate plan, though, is to take something that works and is a public plan and turn it completely private for their own and their donors' profits. That's the Republican plan. That's it. So expect them, though, to try it when we're not looking. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.